The reason I live in Vancouver
is
trails are awesome.
There's so many trails you can bike.
Vancouver's the best kept secret.
My family loves Vancouver.
Moved to
It's a great place to raise a
What
family.
I like
There's
about
so much.
My family
Vancouver's
loves
an awesome
Vancouver.
city because my family
I
loves
love Vancouver
Vancouver.
because
It's home for me.
I decided to open and operate my store, and at the time there were 20 places available in downtown Vancouver. And everybody wanted me to sort of be up by the Arts District on 9th, and I just was arrogant enough to say I want to anchor downtown, I want to anchor the last road before you go to Portland. And I feel like with the vintage store across the street and the pizza store and the taco shop and the hair salons, I feel like this was such a good decision to come here. I'm close enough to Portland that I'm actually pulling Portland buyers over here. They eat here, they walk around, they don't just come to my store and go home. So I feel really fortunate to be able to service my Portland, Vancouver people and help Vancouver grow. My name is Stephanie Lynn. I'm the owner and designer and creator of Sweet Spot Skirts.
Heavy manufacturing located here in Vancouver actually it does multiple things. We use local suppliers. Obviously we use local people in our workforce. A lot of our products are actually sold locally through the local retail stores. Cadet's really focused on the Northwest, but Vancouver's our home and we've been a part of it for almost 60 years. My name is Hutch Johnson. I'm CEO of Cadet Manufacturing in Vancouver, Washington.
In 2009, I was a realtor in Vancouver, so I was selling property, but I rode my bike. So I threw a little skirt on over my biking padded shorts so that I would look a little bit more appropriate when I landed at their house taking pictures. Well, everybody loved that skirt. And they said, cute skirt. And so 5 months later, I said, I think I can do better than this. So I created my own skirt, and that was in 2010. We took it to our first bike show, road show, and we sold 42 out of 45 of them.
I've always been interested in mechanics and electrical. When I was growing up, I actually helped my folks rewire our house and install the switches and the light fixtures. I enjoyed it. After graduating from Oregon State University with a degree in engineering, I moved to Portland and became a draftsman in an engineering firm. From there, I was hired by Oaf Electric, which is down on Harney Street, which is now Sunshine Bakery. When I worked at Oaf Electric Company, I used to call on Cadet Manufacturing as a salesperson, and I got to know the owner pretty well. And so at the right time, when I left Oaf, he contacted me and asked me if I would be interested in coming and running his business for him.
So when I opened the store in 2012, I knew I didn't want it to be just a store where we sat and waited for people to come in, because retail was just starting to boom in downtown Vancouver and just starting to get walk-in traffic. So we made this a working destination. So people come from Portland to pick out their skirt or to create their skirt, and we've always had one person at least sitting here sewing the whole time. So our costs have been very manageable by having this be a working store versus just a store. And that was super important to me. So when I decided to go from everybody working out at their own sewing machine to bringing them in, I asked all the seamstresses to come in. I said, now who wants to work here? And 2 of them said, well, I think I do. That would be fun. Everybody sewed, snapped, ironed, and as we grew, we kept adding until we have a complete manufacturing center. So that's how it grew. The other seamstress that was working from home is now my production manager. So we know how to do this better than anybody. If you do go offshore, you have to fly to China twice a year. You have to have somebody watching your process the whole time. We just walk in the back, we change our process when we need to, and so far we've been able to keep our margins in place, so it's actually profitable. So it's very exciting.
Cadet took a look at moving production to Asia about 15 years ago, but after really thinking it through, we make products for the local Northwest market. It makes more sense to have the production here, and we realized through lean principles, lean manufacturing methods, we could actually make the products just as cost-effective right here in Vancouver. Cadet Manufacturing was founded by Richard Anderson almost 60 years ago, and it was a family business with family values. I think that's very important for a business. and it reflects on who the business is and what the brand is. I think Cadet has a focus on lean manufacturing, which is why the business is still here today. And we compete against Asian companies that produce products and bring them into the United States, but because of our lean principles throughout the business, we're able to compete with products made in the USA for the USA. A key to manufacturing is the people. Once you have a group of people that understand how to make a product, it's not just about following directions, it's just an understanding of the products and the years of doing it. The workforce in Vancouver is incredible, and it's a terrific place for manufacturing. A lot of our employees have been here over 25 years.
In our effort to be a sustainable company, right now, in order to be authentic and for people to believe in you, you have to be sustainable. And there's a limited amount of things that we can do for that. So our goals are as much fabric out of the landfill. We want to produce our products so that they are high quality and will last above 5 years. And they are tested so that they can do that. We also love our recycling program that we have in-house. We really work at keeping our employees motivated and happy. We bought Fitbits for everybody 3 years ago to try and get them to walk more, track their steps. Both of our gals park outside of the city limits and walk into work, and one has lost quite a bit of weight doing that. One of my stay-at-home moms in Salem who works sewing skirts for me after her daughter goes to bed. She started running because she said, if I'm working for a running company, I should probably run. And she's completely changed her life. Our whole sustainability is built around taking care of our people and keeping everything out of the landfill.
I think sustainability is a critical part of any business today. Is you have to take a look at what impact what you do has on the environment and on the local community. And I think it's important to our customers, and that means it's important to us. And so we intentionally look for areas that we can eliminate waste. We look at our packaging and make sure that it doesn't fill a landfill with a bunch of cardboard. We look at how we use paper. We look at what we emit into the atmosphere. I think all of those things are important for the future of successful manufacturing in the United States. Manufacturers that aren't tuned in to their customers and aren't tuned in to what's happening, I think will fade. I don't think they'll be successful in the future. I think the world is different. And I think you have to look at a business differently, and I think you have to adjust and do what's right for the environment and for your customers.
In April, I spoke on a panel with 7 other business owners that actually manufacture their own products here in Vancouver, Washington. So it's really great to see that we have a core group of small businesses who've taken the opportunity to move manufacturing to downtown Vancouver. To me, downtown Vancouver has a lot more to offer as growth potential. It hasn't become what it's going to become yet, and I wanted to be a part of that. Plus, I lived in Vancouver. I've sold real estate in Vancouver. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy Portland, but to me, Vancouver has more pull in future possibilities.
It's been great to be located in Vancouver for all these years because of its location. It has a terrific workforce. The local community is very supportive, and we're supportive of the local community, and we're close to our customers. This is a special place. Supporting the local community, I think that's just a key item for every manufacturer, every business. I think you look around you, you're part of the community, you're part of the neighborhood, you're part of people's lives. And so I think you need to focus on what's happening locally and be involved.